Dr. Ali, are you on social media at all?
I don't do social media.
Okay.
You know, the reason I would like I'm writing this book right now. Lessons from failures, and it is we all like to talk about the greatest things that we have done, but we don't talk about the failures that we went through. We don't talk about the challenges which made us where we are today. So I think once that is close to publication, I may. But social media in a way that to show the bag or the car, and I mean that's just not my thing. And and the people that I like to connect with, really, I just call them. So I use the social media in that regard. I mean, I'm on LinkedIn. Um, Other than that, I have some platforms, but I hardly ever use them.
Dr. Ali, friendly advice to entrepreneur to another entrepreneur. Make a professional, nothing personal, something just about your trivia. Share like a one note here and there, some memory. I think your social media could do a big impact more than you know probably.
You're saying that if some young entrepreneur, not advice for a young entrepreneur. I just want to make sure I understand you correctly. Is that correct?
I'm saying like, from entrepreneur myself, I'm 41. I have a huge social media presence. And I find like if I can find you on social media and you one random Tuesday share a memory that serves you now. Now, if I hear that memory, I'm like, wow, that makes so much sense. It can impact my life. You
Yeah.
can talk about old pictures. Here I am in Pakistan. I was lost, but like stuff like that. Without the back, without the car, without the vacations, there's
Yeah.
ways
Yeah.
you could do it.
I think the biggest, so it cannot be a one word, or but I can describe in a few sentences. So one thing is that find yourself first. Understand who you are. What you are capable of, and don't overestimate yourself. That first thing. So, like yesterday, I was talking to somebody and I asked him, take a piece of paper, write all your qualities, all your strengths, and your weakness, and then work on both. He said, why do I need to work on my strengths? And I said that you need to work on your strengths so you can even be stronger. That's why. And then work on your weaknesses. That if you don't know certain, like every year I take a new thing to learn. It could be philosophy, it could be physics, it could be, so I continuously learn woodworking, you call it, I learn something new that makes me interesting, just for myself to begin with, that I can talk about quantum physics, not greatly, but I have a good idea, not a great idea. But learning is another important thing. So first find your strengths and then learn. And then learn about the things that you're not good at. If you don't understand the financial world, if you don't understand the healthcare universe, and learn more about it. And then do it with genuineness. If you BS, people can figure it out in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months that you are a BSer. But if you are a genuine person, people will eventually connect to you. You don't have to be a fancy, you don't have to be in a fancy suit and a fancy car. People connect with you if you are genuine. And then put your ideas on paper. I've done it every year for the past 22 years. And then one thing that I also do, I leave 1 hour in a week, probably, usually Saturday or Sunday, where I just sit down and I reflect on my week prior. What could I have done differently? And then I reflect and then I plan for the week ahead, that looking at my calendar or whatever it is, that what I'm going to. And then I sit down in that hour and I just think. And I know it may sound crazy, but we don't have time to think. We think on the go. That is the most important part of our lives, that we think in the shower, we think lying on the bed, but we don't plan thinking. And I think that's an additional point. And then ideas are like, everybody has an idea, But if you don't know, so the why of your idea, that why it needs to be done, think hard the why of your ideas and use a soundboard with the why of your idea. But it will not go anywhere if you don't know the how to implement it and when to implement it. So the why, how, and when, I think that all these three things are as important as the rest of the stuff. And the how comes from being organized, learning lean management, data production systems, or any other way. Your time boxing, whatever you need to do. And then when you will do it in 2 years, you will do it in 1 year. And the why should never be about money. I think that's a big mistake that people do. Sorry, it's a long answer.
No, but listen, that right there on social media, if I was on Instagram and I'm looking at Dr. Ali's page and you talked about that on Facebook, I'll be glued to it. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that you can share on social media, but I get it. People are private. People have a different perspective.